All right. Well, you survived your test, your quiz, but didn't go so great, or maybe you missed it, and now you want to see the answer key. So let's go through how you solve this problem. The mayor of Tacoma Park has asked you to create giant letters T and P made out of reflective tape in the school's parking lot. The lengths of the straight lines are shown, and the curve is 2/3 of a circle with a diameter of 40 feet. How many feet in total of tape do you need? So if before we can find, we know this side, we know that that is 45. We know that that is 60. We know that that is 60, but we don't know this part. So how do we find that part, right? We know it's 2/3 of a circle. So before we can find 2/3 of a circle, we need to find the whole circle. So that's what you do for number one. And it actually tells you right there, what is the full circumference of a circle with a diameter of 40 feet. So we're going to go 40 times, and everyone knows now at this point that if I want to find the circumference of a circle with the diameter is 40, I times by pi, 3.14. And 40 times 3.14, if I pull out my trusty calculator and I say, calculator, what is 40 times 3.14? Well, my calculator tells me that is 125.6. So that is the answer to number one, 125.6. That is what it is around the whole circle. But that's not helpful for this part yet because we still don't know what this curve is. This curve is 2/3 of a circle. So we have to go 2/3 of 125.6. In other words, visually, what are we talking about? We're taking 125.6. And if I want to sort of imagine this visually, what I'm doing, I'm taking that and I'm dividing it into 3 pieces, and I want to have 2 of them. What is 2/3 of 125.6? Well, we have 2 ways of doing this. We can do it with fractions, divide by the bottom and times by the top. I can take 125.6 divide by the bottom, which gives me one of these pieces, and then times it by 2 for 2 of the pieces. And that will give me, if I take 125.6 divided by 3, and then times that answer by 2, and I get 83.7. Or another way to do it, we could take that 2/3 and make it into a decimal, which is 0.66666, repeating. That's a 0. So you can see that well. 0.666 repeating times 125.6. If you prefer doing it with the decimal way, just turn that into a decimal. Goes 0.66666, as many sixes as I can fit into my calculator, times 125.6, and I get 83.7, the exact. So either way I do it, either divide by the bottom times by the top, or times by the decimals, either way you do it, you're going to get 83.7. So that means this curve right here is the answer to number 2, 83.7. So now we have all the pieces. We know the top, we know the up and down part, we know the up and down part of the P, and we know the curve of the P. So all we have to do is add it together. The top of the T is 45. The vertical part of the T is 60. The vertical part of the P is 60. And the curved part of the P is 83.7. And when we add all those up together, we get 45 plus 60 plus 60 plus 83.7, and we get 248.7, or about 249. So anything around 249 would be the correct answer for your quiz. Now, if you had version B, you would be doing the same things. You just wouldn't have that guidance for it. It was a little bit tougher for you to try to figure it out without the steps written out. We were curious to see how you would do if you didn't have as much steps. So some of you guys got a chance to be sort of the guinea pigs of that little experiment and try it that way. But either way, we all did it the same way. You should have gone in the same way. Find the whole circle, find 2/3 of the circle, and then add the parts together. Now that you've seen it, doesn't it make a lot of sense? It was actually just really piece by piece what you would need to do to figure it out. So hopefully that will help you as you approach future problems. There's going to be a very similar problem like this on the quiz. Similar thing with tapes and letters and trying to figure it out. So if you can understand this, you'll understand that one too. So make sure you can watch this video as many times as you need, answer all the questions correctly, and we'll see you for your requiz on Thursday, or it might be ready for you for office hours on Wednesday. Check with your teacher. Hope that helps. Bye-bye.